Hello guys. Lala, calm down. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Gusto Reaction. Please, I need a hype right now, please.
Welcome to Gusto Reaction.
I need the ginger. Welcome guys. I'm so excited because I have Lala with me here today on the red seat. Lala, how have you been? How are you?
You're asking me a question that you don't see me every day.
No, I've not seen this. My first time of seeing you today.
Okay, I'm good. I'm alright.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you guys for always watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all you do for us at Gusto. We appreciate you and we really love you for that. If you're new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe and click. Is it this way?
Yes. Yeah.
And click on the notification bell. Click on the subscribe button first of all, so that whenever I drop a content, you get to see it first.
Okay. So
for today on reactions, the topic for today is online trolls. A lot of times we've seen fans of celebrities, fans of artists on social media platforms, various social media platforms. They troll artists. They throw subtle shades here and there when it comes to their music, when it comes to directly, when it comes to their lifestyle also. Yeah. So first of all, what do you think about online trolls?
Well, I feel online trolls are immature set of human beings. They might be young at heart or young in their mind and the way they think. I mean, everyone goes through that phase. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I was a bit younger, in my Naraland days,
you used to troll.
I won't say I used to troll, but I had a lot of opinions and I was not afraid to share it until I got threatened one day. And then I just cooled down. That period was Facebook era and I had my address, my everything there. And the guy was like, Shebi, now you be this, Abi. Now here they work, Abi. I just cooled down. So yeah, I think it comes with age, comes with maturity. If you're not at that stage in your life where you're a bit mature and you think things through before you say them, then you might be tempted as a troll. I mean, you might be going through that phase where you are a troll. Everyone goes through that phase. It's inevitable for some people. Some people, maybe at a young age, they know that, oh, it's not a nice thing to say and they keep calm. So online trolls, they might be 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds who are just sitting in front of a computer. I
mean, we have online trolls these days that are very old, 30-year-old, above, and they are still trolling.
They are new to social media, maybe. Some people think because you're behind a keyboard or a phone and you say something, people can't really know where you live. And so the annoying thing is, or maybe the stupidest thing that they do is, they have the real names up there. Yeah. And they have
phone numbers and addresses.
They don't even need to use our phone numbers. Some people that just have their full name and their picture there. So all you need to do is just do a Google search. From there you find their Facebook. From there on their Facebook they can say, oh, I work at this and this and this. And if you're going to throw, at least throw with sense. So
yeah, recently we see people online throw shades at artists. We like the likes of Copy, DJ Copy, where I think that was yesterday, where somebody shaded her saying that she does not know how to dress, she does not have a good dress sense, and she was like, okay, or fashion police or something like that. You know, every time people shade DJ Copy in particular, she always has something to say and all of that. So how would you, should artists really respond to trolls?
Well, there are two ways. One, you respond to them, give them more power so that they know that yes, whatever they're saying, sticking in you, and I mean, that means it's having an effect on you. Yeah. Or you ignore them. When you ignore them, you make them powerless because they feed off the response. Yeah. I mean, they enjoy when they say something nasty and then you respond back. It feels like you're making them important. So there are two ways to deal with them. Either you respond, like give them, if they give you bars, you give them goals. That goals must be greater than their bars, so that, I mean, they feel that they're stupid in a way. Or you ignore them and then you make them powerless, because when you give them attention, you feed them and it makes it look like they're important, which they're not. Okay, do these artists have access to their phones? Because when they get to see these trolls and all of that, these hates and all of that, are they people that manage their phones for them, so that they don't get to see most of these trolls and all of that? Majority of the guys we have in the entertainment industry, only a few are actually stars that would require a management or manager to manage. Most of these guys want to see the fan love every day, so they are always on their phone, they're always checking what's going on. Some people, I'm not going to mention them, some people don't follow anybody, but if you say one word about them, they know that you said something about them.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not mentioning. They put up alerts that, oh, when someone tweets a name or like a Google alert, for example, when someone writes something about me, I'm getting a lot that this article has come up and things like that. So yeah, people are always conscious of what people have to say about them. I know some people will come up with the idea of don't pay much attention to what people are saying or what this article is saying, but deep down, if everyone wants to know what's been said about them, and if it's good, they want to, spread the gospel and say, oh, thank you for this. If it's bad, it's going to have an effect. Not like you have an effect on them personally, but they'll feel bad in a type of way. They read this thing because they are human beings. And that's how the cookie comes. So online trolls, you guys need to take a chill.
It has effect on them. Like, does it affect them psychologically? Has there been times where, okay, an artist go all the way out to really respond to a troll, and then it affects his brand, his or her brand? Does it affect their brand when they go all out to answer them, like back to back, just the way Burna Boy would do, Davido or Tiwa Savage would do?
There's always two sides to it, right? You come out and everybody will see what's being said, whether it's true or not. The only time it would ever affect your brand is if someone is not really a troll and is just perhaps saying a comment about your craft, maybe giving you constructive criticism or just criticizing you generally. Criticism is not bad, it's how you take it. So if you now come back and you reply and the response does not match or does not actually do justice to the criticism, then that means you're having a negative effect on your brand as a person or as a musician and things like that. Okay.
Do artists troll themselves? Has there been any?
They do it jokingly. It will be unprofessional to see artists come out and start, throwing jabs at each other. It's not like it hasn't happened before. It has, but it will be unprofessional. So for you not to be have a certain sort of way people look at you in the industry, you don't do that. You might as well do. We still saw Simi and Sam Clef the other day. These are music industry colleagues in a way, a producer and an artist, and they went at it. Although I bet Simi just did one tweet, Sam Clef had to go the length and things like that. So things like that can happen, but then for you not to be looked at as unprofessional, you keep your those sort of things, because you're in the same industry. You can't be seen going back and forth on social media. But if not fight, they can fight themselves on social media, which is not true.
So now my last question for the day: how best should these artists respond? Should they totally ignore, or should they respond to them, like give them back to back? There are some fans, like, they are just on your matter. Everything, even though you're posting something good, something nice out there for the public to see, they will still find. Just like I saw a tweet this morning where Yemi Alade posted something of she made a 9-figure deal or something like that. Then somebody had to just look for something. It was a nail color that they said does not match. She was not like, you're just saying rubbish. She had to just answer that particular fan. So how best should they really respond? Should they ignore or just?
Well, to each their own, but I think usually the best is ignore. But if you respond, you stand a chance of trending, whether for good or bad, and being in the news. So some of you guys know that yes, if I respond to this and it's nasty and it's savage, people carry it and then it becomes news and I'm in the news, and they also want to be in the news. So if you respond, make sure you respond well. Make sure your boast is greater than the buzz that you are giving.
But then again, some would want to trend, even if it does not require them responding to the troll. They would just want to.
So that's bad publicity on their part. So if you're going to ignore, if you ignore a troll, it becomes powerless. You know that yes, you don't see their own at all. In Yoruba, eating one make another she. So
explain it.
That's what it means.
You carry this Yoruba reach me for sets. Ha, God.
We'll tutor you. So what it means is you don't see their own. You don't even see them for anywhere. This one. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah. So ignore them, make them powerless. If you are going to respond to them, make sure it's savage reply and it's worth it. It's worth it. Make sure you do it right. If you don't do it right, then you've let them win. So that's how you should handle trolls.
And most of these artists like Davido, they always give these savagery responses to trolls like that. Even if it's paining them, they just have to.
Exactly. Whether it's savage, whether the reply is savage or not, 30BG will still will hype it up to be savage. Same with Wizkid, never even reply anybody most of the time. So.
Yeah, that's true. So to round off, so would you say bad publicity bad publicity, does it affect the brand in relation to their response to trolls?
Not every time. You can be cool, do your thing and just ignore. If it's allegations and stuff like that, you can respond. Respond, whether you respond savagely or not, people would see for themselves whether it is right or wrong. But if it's going to be wrong, I mean, if it's a criticism which is valid, and you say, oh, you want to shame somebody and everything, people might turn a blind eye. You know, the woke generation of Twitter these days. You can't shame, you can't.
Oh, Twitter, the violence there is too much.
You can't do all those things. So if you say anything bad about something, they'll say you're shaming. So you have to be careful anyway. But just either ignore or respond. You're going to respond
responsibly.
What's the second law of motion? For every bus, there's
a boss.
Equally boss, but make sure it's more than
your boss is more than the initial boss. Yeah. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please, if you're watching us right now and you used to troll our celebrities, our artists, please.
They troll us too. They troll me too.
That's true. They troll us too, and this thing can be very painful. I'm not gonna lie, but we just have to be calm and just respond where we need to respond, or ignore where we need to ignore. So there you have it, guys. Feel free to share your comments. Feel free to share your thoughts with us, what you think about online trolling, and also how it affects the artists and also their brand. So this is where we call it au revoir and adios. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, I do. Qu'est-ce mon nos latis? Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you're new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe and also put on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video or a content, you get to see it as it drops. Bye-bye. From me and Lala, adios.